I'm Miranda Valentine, editor of the lifestyle blog Everything Sounds Better in French, and today I'm going to show you how to make a cheese quesadilla. The basics of a cheese quesadilla, it's incredibly simple. You just use a tortilla. I'm using a fresh whole wheat tortilla here, but you can use just white flour, you could use corn tortilla, but I prefer whole wheat flour. And then the cheese. And you're just going to cook this together, and then it will just be accompanied by sort of whatever your favorite little garnish is. I love fresh salsa and guacamole, so I'm going to have mine with that. And you can really add in any vegetables that you want, any meats that you want, different kinds of cheese. You can sort of do whatever you want in a quesadilla, but this is the basic version. So start with your tortilla, and we're going to head over to our pan. It's been lightly oiled and nice and warm. Okay. So, okay, it feels nice and hot. It's nice and oiled and greased, and I am just going to plop that in there. Can you hear the sizzle? It's a good sound. That's a good sound. So I'm just gonna let this just sit for a second and get acquainted with the pan, and then we are going to add our cheese. And we don't want it to cook too fast because I don't want the tortilla to get like super crispy and have the cheese not have a chance to melt. So this is gonna be like a nice slow process, but it's still a really quick and easy meal. Okay, so that looks about ready. I'm gonna add my cheese on now. Okay, so sprinkle the cheese on and just make sure that all the surface area is covered. We're gonna be flipping this one in half, so you'll get kind of like, double cheese, so don't worry about making the cheese too thick, but certainly scooch that cheese out to the edges. So I'm not cooking it at too high of a heat because I don't want my tortilla to become like super crispy like a tortilla chip. That's not the purpose. We still want it to be nice and soft, but just be kind of golden brown and have a little bit of crisp happening. And I want my cheese to have a chance to melt too. And that's happening right now. I've used a blend of cheese, like a Mexican blend. So there's Colby, Monterey, and a little bit of cheddar as well. You could just use cheddar if you wanted. Okay, so my cheese is all melted now. So I know that it's my signal to kind of flip it in half. You can either, depending on how large of a quesadilla you make, you can either put another tortilla on top, flip it and let that cook, or you can do what I'm gonna do for just a single serving, and I am just like in a half moon shape. I'm just gonna curve this over, let it kiss the other side, press down, and just kind of flippity-flop back and forth. So just scooch that right over the flame in the middle. And like you can feel it starting to get, a little crispy. Delicious cheesy goodness. Okay, let's give it another flip. We're getting some good crunch on the sides. I'm gonna turn my heat up a little bit because I really want to see this nice golden brown pattern on all of it. So it's nice and crispy. I have this nice golden brown kind of little crust forming, but it's still soft because we still want this to be soft. It's not a tortilla chip. This is not a nacho dish. This is a quesadilla. So we're just gonna move it over here to our plate. Can you see this like delicious cheese? So good, so good. So this is the cheese quesadilla. It's ready to go. I'm gonna serve it with a little bit of fresh salsa. And I just like to put it like all right on top. Some people maybe want it on the side to dip, but I like everything all mixed together. So salsa, and then some of my chunky guacamole, which I'm just obsessed with. And it's ready to go, ready to eat. Beautiful, so tasty, and that is how you make a cheese quesadilla. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. And if there's something that you want to learn how to make, send me an email at requests@mahalo.com. And don't forget to check out our other great videos.